All right, we're back. Another review.
We for real. So it's been a long way.
It's been a long time.
It's been very long.
It's been a long time. I'm sorry. It's been a long time.
We
shouldn't have left you.
We were
without some dope shit to step to.
We cannot speak. We were going to do this.
You got a speech impediment? Say something.
we were going to finish and put this out.
Yeah.
But I had this camera. It was called a power shot. I prefer not to get it if you're doing video. Footage came out real grainy. What's the word I'm looking for? With a lot of noise on it.
I don't know what that means.
It's very fuzzy footage. So we had to scrap that, and it was really good too. And now we had stuff got in the way. We live in Houston. A huge storm came through. Couldn't link back up to finish the review.
How did you do during the storm?
How did I do?
Yeah.
Car got messed up.
Your car got messed up?
Yeah.
What happened?
I lost the hubcap.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
I was completely fine. I didn't lose any hubcaps.
Hit some water, and in the rap terms, hit some waves. Yeah.
Remember when we saw that dumb dude stuck on the side of the road? You could put that footage in here. We saw like a dumbass guy. He's just stuck in the water on the side of the road. I'm like, why are you fucking?
Oh, that car!
Yeah.
Oh, the bitch.
I was like, why are you fucking there?
I don't know how that happened. He was just there. Like,
how did he get there though?
I'm not joking when I say this. He probably just floated there. Like, just the water probably carried him or something. It was pretty hot. Yeah, the car was floating or it was sinking. I can't tell.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
All right, so we're reviewing Avengers Endgame. Okay, so first off, just going back to the old review about my experience with the two black people that were talking, you and your brother. So I went to this movie. First day it came out, 9:45 in the morning. That's how bad I wanted to see it. I get there after going through morning traffic, and I'm sitting in my seat, and I see a whole bunch of black people coming, and I feel guilty about this. But the first thing I thought was, damn, I hope they don't sit next to me, because I don't want to hear them talking and shit. And I was like, man, I really hope. And it was like, when I say it was a whole bunch of black people, it was like a whole family. Like, they filled up the whole row. But they sat on the aisle in front of me and to the side. So I didn't really have to sit by them. And in my head, I was like, yeah, yes, thank God, yes. I didn't have to sit by them. And then this white guy comes and sits by me. And I see him like walking down the aisle. I'm like, okay, he's probably not going to talk during the movie, right? It's worse than that. This man smelled so bad. This man smelled like a damn Yeti. Like, it was awful. Like, I've never smelled a smell like that in my life. And every time the wind blew, every time the air conditioner blew in the theater, like, the smell would come down to me. And he smelled so bad. It only stopped smelling once this lady came with her popcorn, and then it was like kind of taking away the smell.
It fought it.
Yeah, it fought it. But every time the wind blew, I was down. When anytime the wind blew, boom, I got hit. This nigga smelled like the missing link. Like, it was awful. He smelled like hot garbage. If you smell, don't go into closed area. Don't go into something like a theater when you haven't bathed, man. You stink. And I want to apologize to black people all over the world because, some black people talking in theaters. I never sat next to a black person that smelled like shit in a theater. So, yeah. I feel like that was God getting me back.
A little soap and water can do you some good when you go to a movie theater, just so you know.
Yeah.
If it's been a long day, you short on time, can't have time, do not have time to take a bath, Carry some cologne, some body spray in the car, you know what I'm saying? Just hit it up. That's all you gotta do. Just spray it.
So, what?
So, same thing happened to me when I went to go see Endgame. The movie was actually really good, but I feel like I couldn't really get pulled into it because the moment I got pulled into Endgame, just like him, there was this person sitting by me. Crazy enough, this person, was white. So, yeah.
I'm sensing a trend. No, don't be racist.
Yeah, I'm like, we gotta be racist. Like, I have some girls, some dudes smell very, presentable in there, white. But this woman, probably when you get older, they stop.
It was a woman?
It was a woman.
Oh no, that's the worst. It's the worst when women smell
Mm.
because you don't expect women to stink.
Yeah, like, and the thing is,
Like it's a man.
she
you gonna
smelled so bad. I couldn't really get, pulled into the movie like I was trying to say. Because when it got real deep, I'm like, when the anticipation kicks in, you're taking a deep breath. I couldn't do that. Because when I tried, it was more like, got caught by it. I look over every few seconds, like, wow, her smell getting stronger. the thing is,
Shit. Why was it getting stronger?
bro, she's leaning in. She's doing this. It's like, my arm is right here, right? So she's leaning into me like this, just leaning in, just like, and like I can smell her. So this is what I'm trying to do to avoid it. I'm like trying to lean over here, just. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, that's what I did. I did a little toad. I was trying to get us.
And then I even hit one of these. I'm like,
Oh
yeah, like
that's a classic.
I'm like, I'm with my brother. We weren't talking this time. It was really good. So he was talking a little bit, but as what I was educated on, I tried not to talk as much. And he caught what I was trying to do, so we didn't talk. We enjoyed the movie. But we did talk afterwards, though.
That's when you're supposed to talk.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah. And so I checked with him. I'm like, hey, you smell anything? He like, nah, I'm good. I'm like, oh, okay, make sure. She was strong. That smell she was carrying was strong. And I feel like the movie would have been way better. If I was to rate the movie, it would have been a 10, maybe even more. But because of that smell, a 9.5. I'm sorry.
You know what? I went to the Edwards
You went
at
to
the Marquee.
You went to the
And the film, no, I didn't get into the IMAX. I just went to the RPX, and the screen was kind of fuzzy. So I think that actually brought my score down.
Oh.
I didn't enjoy it as much.
I did IMAX.
I should have done IMAX, bro.
Yeah, you should have.
Shit. Okay, let's talk about this. Enough. Let's just get into the movie. Now, it's been a few weeks since we've seen this movie because stuff just kept going wrong. So, work with us. But okay, Avengers Endgame. This is, continuing the story of Infinity War. Thanos, he gets all the Infinity Stones, snaps away half of civilization in our universe. And when the movie opens up, it opens up in a very somber tone. We're dealing with the loss of all these heroes that we knew. And we're basically left with the original Avengers, Rocket, not Gamora, Nebula, and what? The lady from Black Panther, I don't remember her name.
Oh, you mean T'Challa's bodyguard?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call her a chick from Walking Dead.
Okay, the chick from Walking Dead. And they're all very it's just kind of sad and depressing. They're talking about loss. Captain America is in like a support group and all that. And it actually, the beginning of the movie is kind of like a drama. When it starts off, it's just very serious. They're still laughing in between. But when it starts off, I was a little surprised because they killed Thanos in like the first 10 minutes. I didn't see that coming. Did you see that coming?
I didn't. They made it look too easy.
I was shocked as hell. I was like, he gonna mess him up. And even when they killed him, I thought he was using the Reality Stone and messing with reality.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, and then I was
like, too easy.
Yeah, and then
even if he weak, he can still put up a fight.
Bro, they jumped his ass. They jumped him, basically. I know, I've been jumped just like he did. They jumped him, and they got that move where they go like this. They put their arm around his neck. That's when you know you get jumped. I know. Trust me, I know.
Bro, they caught him off guard. Thanos always announces himself where he gives you the butt kicking of a lifetime. Yeah. He was just chilling, about to probably get his good breath in. I don't know what. Captain Marvel showed up. Boom! Knocked him out.
Did you feel a little bad for him? Because he was just chilling, picking flowers and whatnot.
I really did. He was already dying.
Having a picnic and stuff.
I felt like if he gave it 2 more days, maybe even some hours, that was it. He would have and that would have been it.
But I gasped when they killed him. I was like, what?
No,
what's going to happen the rest of the movie?
They didn't kill him. Thor killed him.
Yeah, Thor. Because Thor is dealing with some stuff in the last movie because it's his fault that everybody got snapped in the last movie because he didn't aim for the head like Thanos told him to. Mm-hmm. So once Thanos dead, it's almost like everybody's like, "Damn, we got nothing to do now," and they just go back to Earth, being sad and depressed. Iron Man's not talking to anybody because he's basically like, "See, y'all should have listened to me before when I warned you that something like this was gonna happen again." You know what I'm saying? Cap's in, like I said, Cap's in a support group. Black Widow. You heard it? Some dogs killing each other. Black Widow is in a. Black Widow is basically in charge of the Avengers right now. She's like, they're kind of controlling the world. Hawkeye, he's off doing his own thing. We don't know where he's at.
He's being a vigilante.
Yeah, he's out being a vigilante. And so this movie is basically split into 3 parts. The beginning, which is just kind of, first off, this movie is basically kind of a heist film when you think about it.
It really was.
It's like Ocean's 11 with superheroes. They're trying to steal the Infinity Stones from different time periods so they can use it to snap back the other half of the world's population, right? So the first half, they're planning the heist, I would say a lot of it. They're planning the heist, they're dealing with the loss of their friends. Second half, they're doing the actual heist, they're time traveling. And then the third half is kind of like the resolution. So what are your thoughts on this movie? Like, good, great, what? Did you really like it? Did you thought it was okay? You think it was better than Infinity War?
Way better.
Way better?
Way better.
I thought this was way better than Infinity War 2. Because to me, Infinity War was just action scene to action scene to action scene. Not a lot of character development. What I like about Endgame is they spend the whole first hour just talking. No action, just talking.
Build up the characters.
Building up the characters. That's what I love. That's what I thought Infinity War was missing. And with the Russo brothers, after what they did on Civil War, which had so much character development, it's still my favorite MCU movie. I was let down in Infinity War when it was just set piece to set piece, action to action. I thought it moved too fast, but this one, it was great. They spent the first hour setting you up, getting you invested, and then the next 2 hours, shit goes down. And when you think about it, there's really no huge fight until the end, and it's worth it. It is definitely worth it. So what are the pros to this movie?
Starting off from the beginning, one of the pros that I enjoyed the most was that moment with Iron Man and Nebula on the spaceship. That was a good moment in that movie because you saw that build up. Because you're like, yo, we might die out here, especially me, 'cause I'm human. You more robotic, so.
Aren't you the one that told me that you thought Iron Man was gonna screw Nebula?
Okay, most definitely.
He definitely wasn't gonna cheat on Pepper Potts
with
a blue alien.
I mean,
that he just met and never smiles.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you something right now.
I mean, we would.
I'm gonna tell you something.
But we're not Iron.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But Iron Man, he doesn't have to make the first move. So
what you talking about?
I'll never have to deal with, like, let me be sleeping one good time, put the jacket back over me, kiss me good night. That's all you gotta do.
I see. That felt more like a father-daughter thing. He's teaching her how to play paper football. She's putting his blanket over him. That's something like a daughter would do. I don't think it was sexual.
Oh, nice.
Why is everything sexual with you? You need to get some. That's why I think you think everything is sexual. You're not getting it. You're repressed. Let it out, brother. Let it out, brother. I thought it was like a nice. You would never picture those two together on a spaceship. Now, did you think it was a little convenient how they got saved by Captain Marvel?
It was a little too convenient.
It was too convenient, bro.
It was like, hey, this might be it. Wait, what's that like?
It's Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I know Kevin Feige made them do that. All right, what else? Come on, keep going with the pros.
Thor's, I went for the head moment. That was a goal line for me because you see when you see the intensity in Thor's face when they meet Captain Marvel. Off the back, they didn't know who she was. Oh, she's part of the Avengers now. Cool. Thor, I like her. But he's still seeing his face, the rage he holds for Thanos and all the loved ones he lost. You see that rage inside of him. It's like you can't miss that. I love that part, the rage in Thor. That was a good one for me. Also, the whole part
I think Thor killed this movie. I know a lot of people don't like Thor in this movie because he's too silly. That's been like a big thing. Thor was hilarious, and I loved Thor in this movie. And you could tell that he was really hurt. And I loved his arc. And when you first see Thor and he's fat and he's overweight and he's depressed, I cracked up so much. I was laughing so hard. He was so funny in this movie. I think Thor from the first Thor movie was kind of boring. So I think they had to. Now I think you could have done a way to make. I think you could have found a way to make Thor serious, but I think they dropped the ball on that.
I mean, it's good
So now we're getting
silly.
Thor from Ragnarok. Now he's really dumb though. I have to say he's really dumb.
Yeah, he's dumb, but it's good that him that way though, because the way thing was comedic, but at the same time it did show it had like a lot to it though. If you think about it, because he had no more reason to fight anymore. His fight was gone. He had no reason to fight anymore. So he let himself go.
And his dad's dead. His mom got murdered.
His sister tried to kill him. Now she's dead.
Loki died in Infinity War. Like he's still
Loki
got
got choked out in front of him.
And look,
there's nothing he can do.
Let's not act like overeating isn't like serious. Like people seriously overeat when they're depressed. I eat a donut every time I come home from work.
I do way worse.
Yeah.
I lay in bed and eat a bag of candy.
It's like the slow version of killing yourself. Like, you don't want to shoot yourself with a gun, so instead, you just eat unhealthily and hope to die slowly.
Because it tastes good.
Yeah.
Movie. Oh, when Hawkeye lost his family. That was...
Oh, that's like the intro. That was a cool intro.
That was, bro.
That was a cool
He
intro.
like, went to pull the arrow. Hey, what we got?
They were there 1 minute, he turns around, they're dusted.
Yeah, it's gone. Like, that was a highlight to me. That let you know that the snap succeeded in all over the world. That it succeeded. That was a highlight to me. Also, Ant-Man being okay, it was a little silly, but it was dope at the same time. Ant-Man being brought back from the particle dimension because of the rat.
Ant-Man, this is the first movie where I can say I kind of liked Ant-Man. I think he's trash in his movies. I think his movies are trash. I think he's boring usually. This is the first time I actually liked Ant-Man. This is the first time Ant-Man's been useful to me.
I like Ant-Man. I really do.
He's a loser. And you know what? You know what I realized about Ant-Man? He's an Avengers fanboy.
He is.
Like he looks up to them like celebrities. And none of them respect him. Which is kind of funny.
True.
Oh, you yawning? We boring you?
No, I'm like, true. It's a long day. That's all it is. It's a long day.
It's a long day. It's only 3 o'clock. This is really a movie for people who have watched all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, if you didn't watch them all, you gotta go get most of it. Like, you'll be asking questions like, why he doing that? Why that happened? You ain't really get it. I feel like for you to really understand and enjoy the movies, well, you're gonna enjoy them regardless, but for you to understand, you gotta start from square one.
This is almost a greatest hits album, this movie. Like, they just go through greatest hits of Marvel movies. Basically, every character who's been in a Marvel movie other than some of the villains are in it. All the side characters are in it. I'll tell you what I really liked was Tony Stark's moment with his dad. Because that really wraps up his whole arc. He came into the MCU as the first movie and he had serious problems with his father. And he resented his dad. Then he figured out his dad was murdered in Civil War. And to have him go back into the past and really find some kind of closure with his dad, it was like such a great finish to his story arc.
Yeah.
And to Tony becoming like, stop being a narcissistic asshole like his dad and becoming like a good person. So, you know, I didn't get enough Captain America that I would have wanted in this one.
I
Actually,
think I got enough Captain America because think about it. The whole when he met his past self, the ass whooping himself in the past gave himself today, that was good.
yeah, I'm just saying, just emotionally, I thought we would have more with him. I did like how they ended Cap's storyline, where he becomes an old man. He goes back in the past and becomes an old man. I did like that because I thought they were gonna kill Cap. I thought he was gonna die, and I'm glad they didn't kill him because we were all expecting for them to kill Captain America. And instead, Captain America he just ages. I do like that.
Old and wrinkly.
When you get to that third act, I love that scene. And I usually hate the fight scenes at the end of the Avengers movies because they're always the same. It's a bunch of little monsters that all look the same. There's no weight to it.
No risk.
There's no risk. You know everybody's gonna be okay. There's no stakes at all. I felt like there were stakes in this, and I like that villains better in this one because they weren't, at least they weren't monsters. They were like people with arms and legs and stuff, you know. And most of the fight was focusing on them fighting Thanos, so you weren't even worried about the little people. And I was really in suspense, like what's gonna happen. And man, when Captain America picked up Thor's hammer, I almost jizzed all in my seat. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. I almost fell out my seat because of all the jizz.
Yeah, that got me.
The whole theater went crazy, man.
That was cool.
Like the hair just stood up on my arms. I was like, yes, yes.
But still, though, Thanos was whooping their ass. That's all I can say.
You know what I realized? If Thanos didn't have the stones, he wouldn't be that powerful because Captain Marvel was beating the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, my favorite scene in the third act is when Captain Marvel's beating his ass. He puts one of the stones into his other hand and knocks him the fuck out. It was great.
Oh, man.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Mm-hmm. And it's the only scene with Captain Marvel that I liked in that movie. So, but yeah. I loved it. That whole third act was amazing. And then when Tony puts the glove on his hand, I didn't see that coming. I didn't think.
Oh yeah, that and it's like before he even did it, he was like, "Yo," he was thinking it through. He looked at Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange knew that this was the only way that they were ever going to beat him.
One thing we kind of moved him around, but we already said Ant-Man was good in this movie. Was that one scene where Ant-Man came up, all the Avengers came out of nowhere when they were like brought back with Doctor Strange and his crew, opened up the portals, brought all the Avengers and whoever was snapped out back into the fight with Thanos. Like, okay, is this everyone? And man rolls out the rubble. That was a dope scene as well. That was real dope. Brought the whole team. Got Hawkeye with him too. Did he have Hawkeye with him?
Hawkeye, this is the first time Hawkeye's been useful. Like, usually he's like a running joke. He's like, nobody cares about Hawkeye. He doesn't even do anything. This is the first time where he was actually doing shit. He was wrecking boys. He was a part of the story. He was the first one to go back into the past, wasn't he? No, Ant-Man was the first one. But they messed up, and then he went. He volunteered.
Ant-Man didn't want to do it again, so
so Hawkeye volunteered.
Well, actually, Ant-Man wasn't.
And the movie starts off with Hawkeye, so it's like finally we get to see this guy that's super dope in the comics, but in the movie he's just thrown to the side.
Remember, Ant-Man wasn't.
He's like he's like that middle Brady kid. Oh, what's that girl that they always ignored? He's like the middle child. Like nobody cares about him. Nobody cares about Hawkeye. It's not fair. It's like Consequence on good music. Nobody cares about it. They're just waiting for the Kanye album.
Two things. Back to Hawkeye. NFL can draft that. Excuse me. The NFL can draft Hawkeye if they need to. Because when he was carrying that gauntlet all the way past and through them aliens to avoid getting captured and or killed, we didn't know what was going to happen. But you can already assume they go kill him for that gauntlet. So, seeing that whole little playthrough, how he did whatever he had to do to keep the gauntlet away, that was cool to see. Also, let's bring it back to that scene. This is another pro. It was kind of cliche, cringy, but it was a little deep as well. When Black Widow and Hawkeye was sent to get the what was that stone? The life stone? The soul stone. Yeah, the soul stone. And you already know, to get the soul stone, you gotta sacrifice the one you love to achieve the stone.
Right.
And I don't know, this love for your teammate, Hawkeye love Widow, Widow love Hawkeye. All right. It would have been more, for me, deep if Hawkeye would have took the plunge.
Oh, are we going on cons now? Because we can go there. I know people want to say this movie's perfect and there's nothing wrong, but I do got some problems. So if you're ready to go to the cons, you know.
All right,
I'm ready to get it.
Make sure we got all the pros out the way.
And just to wrap up the pros, I thought it ended wonderfully. It really wrapped up like a story. Like, I don't need to see any more Marvel movies after this. Like, to me, the story's done. They wrapped up the story perfectly. I never need to see another Marvel movie again. That's how good this was.
All I can say is, later 3,000. Get some hamburgers.
Yeah, I don't need to see it again. That was such a great scene too. The scene with Tony Stark's daughter, that was so good.
Like, the end scene was the
Isn't it crazy that DC's the one that started off dark and emotional, and they failed at it, and Marvel was the one that was really light and funny. And now Marvel's kind of getting a little darker and emotional. And DC is
They
getting
went all the way though.
yeah, and DC is getting like bright and happy, and it's like a little kid. Aquaman is a little kid's movie basically. Isn't it weird that they kind of switched places?
They got the movies, yeah, but the TV shows are still dark.
DC?
Titans, Swamp Thing.
But you know, their CW shows are really light.
Oh, they're very light. Very.
And those are their marquee shows. They've only just started Teen Titans and Swamp Thing. But we'll see what happens. I think their movies are going to always be light now,
Yeah.
DC. Although they do have the Joker coming.
Yeah.
That looks dark, bro. Nebula's story also wrapped up really well, too.
They did. Did they ever like explain what happened to her after the whole switch up? Did she ever like get the old? Because remember,
Nebula kills her old self. Which is... That's deep when you think about it. She killed the old her to be the new her. Like, that's deep.
I thought they kept the old her in the past. They didn't really show her kill the old
No,
her.
yes, they did.
They showed it.
Oh, see, somebody wasn't paying attention. Did you take a nap?
I blinked.
See the you blinked,
I probably blinked for too long.
bro. You smelled that lady until you stopped thinking about.
I think that's the moment I look like. Did she know she smelled?
That's the minute you went like this.
Yeah, that's the
But
moment
no,
I was like,
the new and approved Nebula killed the old version of herself. That's deep, bro. That's some DC shit. And she has really. I just love looking at these characters from the beginning of this saga to where they are now in Endgame and how they've all changed. Like Marvel, as much as we like to make fun of them for being, you know, sticking to kind of a formula, they're really good at story and characters. You have to give them credit for that. They really told a great story. Great story. Now, let's shit on these niggas with the cons. Let's shit on them. And let's talk bad about people.
all right,
Say
yeah.
con.
Cool. Hulk already back in there. Professor Hulk.
Here we go.
Broke. What were y'all thinking? What? That was the worst moment ever for me.
What was so bad about it? I hear a lot of people complaining about it. What was so bad about it?
That was like.
Because I like Hulk. He was fine.
That was a dumbed down Bruce Banner, and that was just a smart, calm Hulk. That's all it was to me.
He built half of a time machine. How is he dumbed down?
Remember that scene where Bruce Banner was like, "Hey, hand me that thing." And he didn't know what it was. That lets you know some of his intelligence was gone. That lets you know right there because he mixed with the Hulk. He got the Hulk bronze,
but it does happen in the comics, you know.
I didn't know.
It doesn't happen in the Infinity War saga, but it does happen in the comics.
I didn't like that.
I'm just saying, there is comic base proof to support this.
And then
But what was so bad? So you didn't like that he was dumb?
I didn't like the whole Hulk and Bruce Banner thing. It bothered me. I'm used to the aggressive Hulk. They could have made him like, you know, smart Bruce Banner, but kept it aggressive, like the aggressive bro Bruce Banner Hulk. I would have liked that. You know, he was a little calmer, but he knew when shit popped up, it was time to smash. No pun intended. But yeah, the thing is, bro, like the only scene that I enjoyed seeing broken would have been the scene in the diner when they were meeting up, when Ant-Man was meeting up with them. I forgot who they were. It was Ant-Man broke and one other person.
White people.
I forgot who that was.
So
And then there was some kids. Yeah. And
that was a funny scene.
that was a real funny scene. That was the only reason why I can bear that.
And what about when Hulk manned up and put the glove on?
I mean, scientifically, he knew he was supposed to survive.
He wasn't sure though, and it still hurt him, and he still did it for everybody else. He was like, "The rest of you guys are gonna die if you try this. I'm the only one that can do it and maybe be okay." But he knew it was gonna hurt him.
Oh, he knew.
So what's the problem? That sounds like a man to me. That's a real man. He said, "Yo, I got this. Y'all set aside."
My whole childhood, all I saw was Hulk smash and Bruce Banner do Bruce Banner. And to see this abomination on the big screen bothered me. I'm sorry for being a young kid in a grown man's body. Wanted to go and enjoy this movie and watch Hulk smash, but what you come out was with broke smash. You remember that scene, right? They went back in the past. They said, "Okay, we want you to make a distraction, smash some stuff." I hated that.
Okay, I can't win against the Hulk purist, I guess.
And the other thing was the whole timeline theory, going back in time. That was, I feel like they did that so it would make sense for the things they did. Like the thing, it's what we all will learn and train on. If you go back into the past, what you do in the past affects the future. Broke theory. Anything you do in the past cannot affect the future. If you, I guess, put back what you took from the past, I guess which would have been the Infinity Stone. So let's say,
I'm confused because Cat didn't he went back and lived a whole nother life.
people lived their lives waiting for him like nothing ever happened. Like when,
And that doesn't make sense. You know why? Because move your hand, they can't see me.
I'm sorry.
You know why that doesn't make sense? Because Captain America goes back into the past and marries Peggy Carter, right? But Peggy Carter had a daughter.
what happened to her?
What happened to her? So did he fuck her out of existence? Does she not exist now?
Was
because
the
he
man-
was with Peggy?
Was the
He
man?
just killed a person.
Was-
Captain America just killed a person. I have a problem with that.
Was the
That's
man?
selfish. Hulk would never do that shit.
Was the man Peggy was going to have the daughter with no longer a factor? So Cap went in and piped her down, but Cap pulled out,
Right.
and she does not exist.
So now that kid, that character from Civil War with the blonde hair, Peggy's daughter, doesn't exist. He killed her.
And Peggy Carter had a big part to play in the past. So all the stuff she did, what happened then?
I don't like that. And I'm gonna tell you something else I don't like. Let's shit on them some more. Let's shit on these things.
Yes.
The Black Widow death scene.
Yes.
I know everybody like said they cried about that shit. I didn't cry about that shit. That was one of the worst directed scenes I've ever seen in my life.
It was. It's like
There were stakes there, but you couldn't feel them because of the bad direction.
it like make me feel like I have something to lose. Make it feel like we fighting to actually kill us, jump off a cliff.
Right, like make it tense. Like I feel like take the music out and just have a straight up brawl, like Born Identity.
If you shoot an arrow at someone's foot who's on the edge of a cliff, they're gonna fall forward, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
If she's running forward, you shot the arrow at her foot, so she's running forward, right? But she fell back.
This is my problem sometimes with Disney is they're so kiddie that they don't take serious scenes seriously sometimes. That should have been a scene without any music, just a straight up brawl with them fighting.
Just fist.
Fisticuffs.
Fighting to the edge.
Fighting for the right to die.
You didn't need no gauntlet, you didn't need no arrows.
And it would be so emotional because they're basically trying to beat the crap out of each other
So they
to save the other one. That should have been such a great scene, and I don't think it was. Like, I liked what happened, I just didn't like the way they did it. And I have a problem with it.
And I feel like it would have been a lot deeper if Hawkeye would have jumped. Not saying he had a big part to play, which he did. That's why it would have been bigger if he would have jumped, because he had his family he wanted to get back, and so he had more of a risk. And he did care for Black Widow enough to, like, you know what? Tell my family I love them. Tell everyone else I'm going to miss them and I love them too. Jump, whoosh. Oh shit, Hawkeye did that for us.
Also, the scene would have made more of an impact if they had had the Black Widow movie beforehand. Like, fuck Captain Marvel. It should have been a Black Widow movie, not a Captain Marvel movie. Which brings me to my next problem. Because you know you would feel it more if we had seen her for a whole movie. Right? Brings me to my next problem. Captain Marvel. Look, I'm not saying that Brie Larson is a bad actress. I think she's a good actress because she won Best Actress at the Oscars. But man, her chemistry with this cast is off. Like, they have no chemistry. She does not come alive on screen. She's very boring. Her character's boring. Her character's just like, I'm gonna kill Thanos. Okay. Like, she's just boring. Like, she's boring. And this movie makes her look like a bad actress, which is weird. Like, she's horrible in this role. She's not a superhero. She's not a superhero. And she's talking about she did her own stunts. What did she do? What did she do?
Had a stunt double.
And didn't you tell me she had a booty double?
Had a booty.
So, You're over here bragging about how you do your own stunts, but you can't even put your own ass on screen?
Got that flat ass. Flat.
Come
Not
on,
fat,
fam.
flat.
Captain America ain't have no booty double.
Ass so flat and like a box.
Scarlett Johansson ain't got a booty double. You seen Scarlett Johansson's booty?
She curvy. She slim thick.
Boy, yeah, she slim there.
That leather brought it all out.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel. You ain't got no
Did
ass.
you like Captain Marvel? I didn't see the Captain Marvel movie, and I don't want to now after seeing her in this movie.
I wanted to like it. I really did. It's really, but why I didn't like it was like, there was a huge motive behind that movie. You saw in that movie. You saw that motive. I saw that motive.
Feminism?
Yes. I don't want to say it, but yeah. Yes.
Okay.
They made man look like utter, complete monsters. And softies.
Honestly, the best part of Captain Marvel in the movie is when she got punched by Thanos. That was it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of feminists were like, oh shoot, a Titan hit a woman.
That shit was dope. I ain't gonna lie.
That was a super punch.
Yeah. Okay, now talking about feminism. Feminism is always in Disney movies. They're always in Marvel movies especially. How do you feel about the scene where all the women came together in that one scene and fought? Did you think that was a little too forced?
To all my women out there, I enjoyed it.
I thought
It was well delivered.
I thought it wasn't well delivered. I thought it was kind of just forced. It felt really forced to me. I didn't like that scene at all. And not that I don't think there's anything wrong with saying women can do anything or whatever, but I think when it doesn't come together naturally, it's not good.
Yeah.
Like I think my problem is that the moment took me out of the movie. That's how forced it felt. And I think anything that takes you out of the movie is bad. I think that's why the new Star Wars movies are bad. Because they're so focused on politics that it takes you out of the movie.
So,
But, because look. In Infinity War, right, they had that scene with Black Widow, Black Panther's bodyguard, and Scarlet Witch, right? Mm-hmm. And it felt natural. They were just on the battlefield and they were next to each other.
Yeah.
And it felt natural. This did not feel natural. This felt like the movie stopped to say, woman empowerment! And that's just like cheesy to me. That's corny. I know I'm gonna get killed for that maybe, but it just seemed cheesy to me. That shit was corny. Like as soon as that scene ended, I said, that shit corny.
it would have made
too much.
sense with the women tag teaming to take out Thanos if they showed like some build up or like a plan in motion. But they can't. They like already. It like in the movie. It was like they already knew what they were doing. Versus, so we didn't know what was going on. They just came out of nowhere, just fighting Thanos. It was not like okay, girls. So this is the plan.
The movie grinded to a halt for all these women to attack Thanos. You telling me that it just seemed weird? Like it just felt weird. It felt forced. You telling me not even Ant-Man could join them? Oh, you scared? I'm not scared. That shit was whack. Tell the feminists I said so. Tell them Dominique said what's up. I said that. I said it.
I'll text.
I said it. I didn't want to say it, but I said it.
I'll send you a text to let you know. He said it, not me.
Yeah. Anything else? Any other cons? You know what? I'll tell you a con. I didn't think Thanos was in it enough. I wanted more Thanos. After what he did in Infinity War, I wanted to see more of him. Because he was such a big part of Infinity War. He was like such an emotional core to that movie. There was so much character development on him. And on this one, like, he was just put to the background.
I thought it was just enough Thanos, actually. Think about it. In the beginning, they took him out.
Compared to Infinity War?
They took him out real quick and easy. So they thinking, all right, we ain't gonna see any more Thanos. And we like, that was kind of dry. They took him out, but we ain't gonna see any more. And then they got it. They like got a plan. All right, so we'll bring everyone back with a snap.
Why we keep yawning though?
Hey, we're grown and tired. That's why.
Good, okay.
Yeah, so they brought everyone back with a snap. They thought, did it work? I don't know. Boom! Thanos tearing shit up. You thought Thanos was gone, but Thanos from the past, because he had Nebula from the past come to the future, so he can find y'all, came over there, wrecked shop.
He did wreck him. He wrecked him. But let me ask you a question. Without their stones, is Thanos really that powerful? Because I feel like if
He
he
took
didn't,
on the Hulk.
he still had two. He had two stones at the time.
Okay.
But like, let's say, because Captain Marvel almost beat his ass when he had all the stones in the glove.
It's like without
So is he really that powerful?
without Cap, Shield, or Hammer, or without Cap, Shield, or Thor's hammer, Thanos could have really wrecked Cap bad. So yeah, Spider-Man, yes. He could have wrecked Spider-Man too. Thor's a god of lightning, so of thunder. So yeah.
But bad aim.
So that would have been
Aim for the
that would have been oh, that's a good one. I like that. That would have been a good fight to see. Thor and Thanos going at it. And where they made Captain
Well,
Marvel.
Thanos was kind of wrecking Thor, Iron Man, and Cap at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, they all had
With no glove.
and they all had their weapons.
Right.
Yeah. So if they didn't have their weapons, he would have really wrecked Chuck.
Okay, so is you getting more cons? That's all the cons you got?
I think I'm good on
I got
that.
one more con
Go ahead.
just cause I'm petty. I hate the title of the movie Endgame. That's cheesy. Like I said, I'm petty. I'm the king of petty. But yeah, I think that's it on the cons. I would have picked another name.
You want some tea with that pettiness?
Why, so I can spill it all?
Ooh.
Okay, so where do you see this movie? Where do you see the MCU going after Endgame? Because to me, I don't think they need to do anything else. Like, you can just give me X-Men and Fantastic Four and we're good. But what do you think? Where do you see the story going? Because we're not going to see X-Men or Fantastic Four for at least 5 or 10 years. Which is a bummer.
Well, they're definitely
'Cause-
doing a Black Widow movie, as we already know. We just spoke about that. And
It's probably a prequel, though. Where's the story going to go from here?
oh, I mean, like where they gonna take off?
Yeah. Because
Well,
here's the problem for
I
me.
was-
Is all the characters we're left with are not very interesting. Scarlet Witch, she's fine as a side character, but she's not that entertaining.
Well,
Black Panther, he's not that entertaining, really. Like, honestly, the people in Black Panther's movie were more interesting than he was. Captain Marvel's boring, she's stoic. So my thing is, when the next Avengers movie comes around, we're gonna be left with a bunch of boring people. Because the only people left who's actually entertaining is Spider-Man.
dang, that's about it.
It's just gonna be a room full of a bunch of serious people and Spider-Man.
I'm pretty sure the new Captain America. You know, Falcon.
He's going on the Disney Plus channel. I don't think he's gonna be in the Avengers movie.
God damn it.
He's going to
What about Broke?
Who?
Broke Hulk.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do with his character. Honestly, I don't know if he's continuing on with the story. He's not gonna have solo movies because Marvel doesn't own the rights to Hulk anymore, movie-wise. Yeah, Universal owns it. So what's gonna happen? I know they kind of hinted at Namor when they were talking about how there's earthquakes keep happening underwater. I know they're supposed to be doing a Shang-Chi movie. They're supposed to be doing an Eternals movie, and apparently the lead's supposed to be gay.
What?
Yeah. yeah.
What was
it? The lead for the Eternals movie is like a space superhero comic from Marvel, and the lead character is going to be gay. This is where I don't have a problem with being gay, but my thing is like, I don't want to see anything that feels forced. And it just seems like the new Marvel is about to be like this PC, we are the world thing, right? Because it's Black Panther, it's the Eternals where the lead's gay, it's Miss Marvel where she's Muslim, right?
Oh yeah.
It's Shang-Chi, he's Asian. Well, and I don't have a problem with any of this. I think diversity obviously is great. Why wouldn't I think diversity is great? I'm Black.
Well, we got Peter Parker who's in an interracial relationship.
But here's my thing. I just don't want us to force this. Like, let's not force it. And let's not be so focused on being politically correct that we forget storytelling. That's my only problem. Like, I'm all for all of that.
That's a huge
Let's just
fear.
not forget storytelling. Because I feel like I just don't want it to be like the new Star Wars, where they're so focused on being politically correct, they forgot the damn story. And now they're 2 movies in and it's garbage. That's how I feel. Well, hopefully it's good. Shang-Chi could be really freaking good. It could be like a badass martial arts movie, honestly. And Miss Marvel could be interesting, too. I mean, we've never seen a Middle Eastern.
Did you ever hear about who's supposed to be playing Miss Marvel?
No.
There was this rumor. It was just a rumor that Mia Khalifa.
Okay, stop, my nigga. This is Disney. Disney is not hiring me. For y'all that don't know, y'all can't act like y'all don't know. Y'all know it's a point. You know who she is. Mia Khalifa is not.
I don't know who that is.
About to play Miss Marvel. Disney would not do that. Disney almost fired James Gunn just because he made a joke.
Who's Mia Khalifa? Is that what's Khalifa? Sister? Cousin?
Oh, don't you play like you don't know what she is. Let me tell you something. You know what's crazy is she's not even that good looking, but it's just something about her. I don't know. She just got something.
She got an innocent face and they give her big titties.
Let's not talk about this.
Oh.
This is the Avengers review, man.
Hey. Welcome back to that Avengers review.
Yeah.
Where we are innocent and
yeah. I've never seen porn.
Yeah, what is that?
Porn? What is
porn? Pornography?
I don't know what that is. So what do you see? So are you excited for the next phase of the MCU? Because it looks like they're about to play around with alternate timelines. Did you see that from the Homecoming trailer?
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's how they're going to bring in X-Men. The X-Men exist in a different timeline, and they've just always existed.
Yeah, they're going to bring the X-Men. They're going to end up joining the Avengers. Fantastic Four, I don't know how that's going to play out.
I don't think X-Men are going to join Avengers. I think they're in another timeline. And they're just going to go to that timeline when they want to show them. Because I think Loki took the Tesseract, right? Mm-hmm. So he messed up. He started a new timeline when he did that. That's what the bald lady, the ancient one, said. If the stones don't go back where it's supposed to, you're going to start a new timeline. I think Loki started some new timelines. I think Captain America's dumbass started some new timelines. Yeah, I said it. He's dumbass.
Selfish.
He aborted that child by taking her mother and her never being born. That's like an abortion, bro. Anyway. Yeah, so I think that's where Fantastic Four is coming from. I think that's where X-Men's coming from. And honestly, that's all I want to see next. I don't want to see Eternals. I don't want to see... Shang-Chi could be cool. I don't want to see Miss Marvel, though, unless it's Mia Khalifa. I don't want to see any of this other stuff. I just want to see X-Men and Fantastic Four. Like, this story is closed. So closed it. Give us freaking Doctor Doom Wrecking Boys and Fantastic Four. Come on. You think Doctor Doom could be the next big MCU villain like Thanos? Like, they could build to Doctor Doom in like 5 or 10 years?
No, definitely.
Or
if they do, if they do them right, they can. If they do them right.
Some people say it's gonna be Galactus. I hope it's not Galactus, because I don't want to see another space invader again.
But Galactus, though, come on now.
Galactus is stowed, but you want to see another space invader?
But Galactus is more tied in with the Silver Surfer, so you may see that is hard. How they could put both of them.
Why wasn't Silver Surfer in Infinity War? Because he's in the comic. Anyway, that's a nitpick. We petty over here. We for real. You already know.
Petty with a grain of salt.
So what's your rating for this movie out of 10?
I already said it. 9.5.
9.5. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5.
Oh,
I really like this movie. Didn't love it. I said it almost every movie. I didn't love it. But I really liked it.
All jokes aside, the movie was really good.
Yeah, it was.
The broke scene. I didn't like it. That's it. The broke scene.
Yeah, I give it an 8.5. I really enjoyed it. You didn't see it again though. That's interesting. Neither one of us saw it the second time. And I thought
I'll see it again when it comes out on DVD, on Netflix.
This nigga know.
Or maybe Hulu.
Yeah, you gonna bootleg it? We know.
I'm not gonna bootleg it. I paid to see it the first time. I'm gonna do it the second time.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised I didn't see it a second time. I wonder if that means something.
I
wonder
heard
if it will hold up.
For one dude, you gotta see it at least 2 or 3 times. First time was to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Second time was to like, what's it called? Dissect it. Critique it, dissect it. Like, break it apart piece by piece. Parts you didn't see in the beginning that you now catching now. Yeah. That's why I see a movie a good 2-3 times.
Yeah,
but I'm not that serious with that kind of stuff. But I need to get into that if I'm going to start doing reviews for this channel. But yeah.
All right, man. I guess we're signing off. That's it.
Yeah.
Avengers review. Can I just say something? Nebula's sexy. I just want to throw that out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Scarlett Johansson looked good in this movie too.
I'm just saying, you're right. Nebula is very attractive.
For a blue lady, she's cute.
What's
I
that?
actually think she's cuter when she's blue than when she's got no makeup on, and she's just her regular self.
And the whole type.
I think she should just walk around all day being blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can put that in when we talk about Nebula somewhere. All right, man. We're out of here. Peace. You gonna do your little gang sign thing? Like, what are you
What
doing?
are we doing?
How you gonna sign out? Find a new sign out. Do it. Go for it.
We for
Oh,
real.
yeah. Still weird. See you guys.
All right, man.
That one better than that.